is cancelled. But this is Will Not Die! I almost forgot, ladies and gentlemen, my broadcast partner for the evening, the Twisted Genius, Dean Innes!
Thank you. Thank you guys, thank you for coming here tonight. You know, dearly beloved, we're gathered here tonight to celebrate the life of 1PW. This isn't just about 1PW or 3CW or RQW, this is about something much bigger. This is about British wrestling. Now you see, I started working in British wrestling in 1993. And back then, let me tell you, there's no internet. There were no DVDs or home videos. There was basically a group of guys working in leisure centres and little halls in front of crowds of 100 or less. Most often literally working for nothing. And the reason we did that was because in our hearts we believed that one day, if we worked hard enough and if we spread the word about British wrestling, it would grow. And that happened, and it got bigger, and it got to the point where you had the FWA running the Coventry Skydome, and then you got 1PW. And then you got 1PW coming here, and running the Doncaster Dome. And you know, I know a lot of you guys came here, starting off to see the Americans, you came here to see the Abysses and the Samoa Joes and that, but for me, from someone who's been around British wrestling, if one of you that came here to see Christopher Daniels or one of the TNA guys, and you came away as a fan of Martin Stone or Iceman or Andy Simmons, or Darkseid, or the Spider or Patton or whoever. And if that means that one day, whoever it may be, you see a poster advertising one of those guys and you come because you've seen them on 1PW, then 1PW's death to me has not been in vain. to mention. And also, albeit for one show, I got to live my dream at Fight Club 4. So you know what I'm talking about there. About getting the book and that, you know. But I got to live the dream. So whatever may have happened in this past week and however I may feel about that, I owe 1PW a great debt of gratitude. And hey, it makes a change for someone to owe 1PW something, but let's not go there. And I owe the boys a great debt of gratitude as well for that. But you know, the biggest thanks goes, and I never thought I'd say this about the pies and Northern Monkeys out here, but a great thank you goes to each and every one of you people who have made each and every one of these shows something special. Stevie Aaron, the people here, we may not have a great mootah, but we've got a bunch of people out there, most of whom aren't even getting paid tonight because we had no idea how many people would be coming. They came to give you people a show, and that proves tonight, Stevie Aaron, that British wrestling will not die. Thank you guys, from the bottom of my heart, genuinely. Thank you.
And so, wrestling fans, welcome to Will Not Die, this unique show here at the Doncaster Dome, the home for just over a year of 1PW. And for this night, everyone coming together for the sake of British wrestling, and we've got 6 of Britain's finest cruiserweights in the mix here. Starting off with Stevie Lynn on your left and Joey Hayes, one half of Pain Inc., on your right. And Lynn gets tripped by Skins of the Chavs, and Lynn takes him out just like that. But hey, Skins' hat stays on. That's impressive. And Darkside's getting ready for something here. Oh! Skins gets up, only to get knocked back down again. Joey Hayes is now ready to launch himself. Oh, big time cross body off the top. And Mills will not be outdone. Crashed into the rails. Oh! And Ollie Burns, Mark Sloan's tag partner, catching him out, and Sloan appreciates that by the looks of it.
Sorry, mate.
And Darkside, you heard there, trying not to get on the bad side of Roughneck, which is probably wise. Oh, Well, this is a six-man elimination scramble match, so tags, not the most strictly enforced rule in the world. If you leave the ring, someone else can take your place. And action all over the place. Ollie Burns just throwing Mills back in the ring. Chops and kick combinations from Mark Sloan, and he tags in his regular partner, and the Entourage now look like they're working as a unit. But this is every man for himself. This is an elimination scramble match. Only one man will be the last man standing. Great butterfly suplex from Mills there on Burns. And Burns counters with a jawbreaker and an enziguri, and Mills needs to get out of there. He's right in the corner of Stevie Lynn, but didn't seem to realise it. Stevie Lynn tags himself in. The action fast and furious here. Big kick to the spine. Oh, he holds on. Great fisherman suplex there. Mills only just gets out.
Make some noise, Doncaster!
Great power slam from Mills. Mills really needs to get out of there. He's on a huge chop. He's been in there a long time. He's been in trouble, and Darkside now comes in. Oh, how about that from Mills? Oh, bad landing. Very bad landing. Oh, this doesn't look good. Oh, snaps down on the neck. And a backcracker of sorts as well. And Harry Mills is almost broken in half. Beautiful German suplex. And I'm surprised Mills kicked out. Great bridge by Darkside. And Darkside looks a bit confused about the fact that he's getting cheered. Oh, as Joey Hayes drop kicks them both. Oh, great recovery from Hayes. Brilliant kicks. Look at that. Very impressive athlete, Joey Hayes. And Burns comes in now. And he gets caught by Hayes. Oh, how about that from Sloan? And what about that for a variation on the DDT? Tomorrow driver from Sloan, and we've got our first elimination. Joey Hayes is out of there. tough from Sloan. And Sloan eliminated by Mills, and there's a surprise. And Mills seems to take evasive action as Ollie Burns goes after him. And it looks like he's got hold of Skins instead. Ho-ho! And Linsky, the referee, Steve Linsky, says it's the wrong man. And Mills tried to sneak it. Uh-oh. Oh, this doesn't look good. A cradle tombstone pile drive. That's got to be it. Indeed it is. Ollie Burns eliminated. And Darkside, who's been absent from proceedings for a while, he's quite fresh in there against Mills, who's been in this for a lot of the match. Uh-oh, this... Oh! German suplex into the corner. That can do some serious damage to the neck and the shoulders. And this crowd behind Darkside, mainly because I don't think there's anyone in Doncaster more hated than the Chavs. Uh-oh, vertebraker all the way down. There's no way he's getting out of that. No, sir. Darkside with the pin, and it's now down to Darkside and Stevie Lynn. Darkside going for another vertebraker. Lynn trying to fight it. He does indeed fight it. And look at that. Lynn was thinking of going for something but could see Darkside was wary and just decided to stop and pause for thought. Lynn dumped down by the very arrogant cover, and that's not going to get the pinfall. That's not going to get it Darkside, you should know that. Lynn screams it's over. But Darkside fights him off. Dragon suplex, beautiful. Again, that bridge, fantastic bridge from Darkside, but Stevie Lynn just kicks out. And presumably not for the first time, or the last time rather, tonight, someone's gone into the guardrails. Often used as weaponry in 1PW, the guardrails were used for all kinds of mischief. Oh! And the guardrail gives way, and Lynn goes flying into the first row. And you just saw there the occupants of those seats just about managed to take evasive action, thankfully. And Lynn looks like he's been knocked silly. Just the 2 count.
Must be
I don't know why Darkside trying to get the crowd behind Stevie, only to mock him, I presume. He's now going for an attempt at a tiger suplex, but Lynn blocks it. And there's the brainbuster, his finisher. Is that it? It is indeed. And Stevie Lynn wins the first match of Will Not Die. What a great contest that was. Action all over the place.
The bell rings and we are about to begin with Sky and cheerleader Melissa. Dan Reed here. We're about to see the 4-year pro, Hertfordshire native Sky, lock up with a San Francisco 8-year pro in cheerleader Melissa. Two circling each other, looking for an open Sky into that tie-up. They find it. Melissa, as well as having the 4 years experience advantage over Sky, as you see a series of, as she keeps running around the back of the referee, so the referee couldn't see those fist shots to the guts of Sky. As well as, of course, having the 4-year advantage over her. Melissa has also competed numerous times over in Japan. She trained for 4 months over there for Japanese women's group Arjun. Sky cartwheels out, and now with a wrist lock of her own. Cheerleader Melissa, 24 years old. Oh! That was no slap, that was just a vicious punch there to the face, almost knocked Sky right out. Forearm shot there, Irish whip Melissa into the ropes. Shoulder block. Melissa avoids being tripped over. However, gets caught in that monkey flip from Sky. And now Sky, headlock takedown. Almost like a judo throw. Melissa pulling the hair. The other advantage here, of course, is that cheerleader Melissa is actually a second-generation competitor. You see a vicious head scissors there. Melissa's father, Doug Anderson, who's in a tag team along with Jesse Hernandez. Also two of the men that helped train her in the early stages of her career. Melissa trained mainly by Christopher Daniels and Brian Danielson. You see a nice counter to the head scissors there. The Sky is on top. She rolls through. Melissa tries to find somewhere to grab hold of it. Try to counter that. Sky does have, whoa! Counter. And there's a belly to back drop there. Side suplex variation. She covers. Sky bridges out, but pays for it. Sky, the first British women's wrestler to get a tryout with the World Wrestling Entertainment promotion over in the States. Oh! I hope and pray to God that she could do the splits beforehand. And Melissa just showing a lack of respect to Sky. Sky, 3 years her junior. And a series of stomps forces Sky out to the ring. She just pushes her off the ring. And you heard the thud of Sky's body hitting the outside. And now, Melissa is no stranger to brawling outside. Her and Mischief, another competitor over in the States who's competed for Chick Fight. have had many a brawl over in the States, including a wild Falls Count Anywhere match not that long ago. Melissa is going for like a German suplex there. Nope. She gets counted. No. Oh! And a wheelbarrow into the steel guardrail. She's just dragging her along the... And again. And just drops her after 3. Last night, cheerleader Melissa competed in a triple threat match for Real Quality Wrestling against the woman who I mentioned earlier, Mischief, and the RQW Women's Champion, the Jezebel Eden Black. She used that very same maneuver along the guardrail. Look at her just slapping the back of her head, just paintbrushing her. She used that very same maneuver on the Jezebel Eden Black on the outside. Eden Black came out with a huge lump on her arm. She was lucky, mainly from where she was trying to shield herself from having her head hit into those guardrails on the outside nearly 17 times. Sky was fortunate enough to just take it 3 times. However, that's enough to knock anybody out. You see both these two now forearming each other. Oh! Melissa with a stalling brainbuster-like maneuver there. She just lifts them up high enough to drop them on their head. Again, she bridges out, and again, Melissa makes her pay for it. Melissa hits a running power slam. Hooks the leg, 1, 2. And Sky gets that left shoulder up. Melissa now rolls her up, ties her up in a variation of an Indian deathlock and sits back on it. Put on the toes. And Sky desperately trying to get to those ropes or trying to push off. And Sky crawls and she makes the ropes, yes. Melissa breaks the hold. However, keeps hold. No, she doesn't. She's told to break the hold, but she doesn't. Instead, she keeps hold of it. Curb stomp! One of Melissa's finishing maneuvers. And this match is over. 1, 2, and no. Too close to the ropes. Look at that. She just throws the arm off. Again, now she uses the other arm, throws it down and just slaps her. For a cheerleader, she's really not that friendly. Irish rips Sky into the turnbuckles. Charges up. Running forearm shot. Almost punches through her face. Another Irish whip to the corner. Cheerleader Melissa kickstarts it. Oh, Sky over the top. Sunset flip. 2. Almost a 3 count. It would be an upset if Sky was able to defeat cheerleader Melissa here. But Sky has really shown something recent. 1. No. Both one tried to counter the other one's small package attempt. And Sky firing back. Nice suplex there. Nice cover. She hooks the near leg. Melissa, however, rolls that right shoulder up. However, Melissa fires back with her chopper now. She's hitting up for the kudo driver. It's the vertebrae. This move is so dangerous. It's actually banned in numerous promotions across the world, including even the strong style native promotion in Japan. Series of forearm shots. Oh! Almost took her chin off. Oh! And she retaliates. And Sky runs with a lariat. Gets caught, however. And now Melissa going for the kudo driver. Can she get her up? Sky is fighting for it. Oh, up she goes and oh! And Sky is out. The vertebrae kudo driver. 1, 2, and 3. Melissa gets the victory. Cheerleader Melissa secures her first victory over here in the UK. A great performance by both women.
So here we go, Davey Richards and El Ligero. Ligero now in control of the side headlock, but he's whipped off by Richards. And I don't think he's going to knock Richards down. As I said, 3.5 stone the difference. Some showboating there. And again, Ligero comes off second best. Oh! How about that? Slap to the chops. Yeah, Richard said he was just playing around, but Ligero with another slap, and that's going to anger the American. And he runs straight into an arm drag, and another one. And now we're getting into Ligero's domain, those lucha-style arm drags. And the round of applause. And he drop kicks Davey Richards right over the top. And all of a sudden, we've gone from a ground-based match that Davey Richards favoured to an aerial attack. And I believe Ligero will. No, he doesn't fly. Oh, yeah, look at that. Richards had it covered. And Ligero saw that and took evasive action. And he's really rattled Davey Richards. He shoves referee Steve Linsky. Beautiful standing moonsault. Just a 1 count. And Ligero slows it down with a reverse chin lock. But Ligero has managed to take control of this match and wrestle his type of matchup. We've got a definite clash of styles here. And you got to think whichever man manages to wrestle his match is going to win it. Oh, good agility from Ligero. Lands on the ring apron. Flips over his man. Oh! That caught Ligero in the chest. I don't know if it narrowly avoided the throat, I think. That would have been curtains for him. Oh! And there you see the Dynamite Kid and Chris Benoit influence on Davey Richards there, because he just dropped El Ligero straight onto his stomach. I think Ligero's in pretty bad trouble. He wasn't expecting that, that's for certain. And Davey Richards has now slowed this one down and grounded the high flyer. Oh, great move from Ligero. Just a 2 count though. And Richards straight back onto him. And he's really getting into the face of this crowd. He's letting the fans here distract him from his game plan. You know, he came out at the beginning of this match so intense. And intense. And he's slowly losing focus. Again, look at that. Not a professional cover. Richards is losing focus because of these fans and because he got outsmarted by Ligero early on. It's really rattled him. Another move to ground the high flyer. Backbreaker. Right on the small of the back, right on the spine, and Ligero feels that. Great move. Do you see that from Ligero? He kneed Richards in the head as he was going up for the suplex. And a glancing blow with the enziguri there, and Richards rolls out of the ring just to get out of trouble. But when you're against El Ligero, that's not necessarily the best course of action. As you can see, a sliding drop kick. And I believe off camera that Ligero would more than likely fly. Yes, he's gearing up, as you can see. Oh, did you hear the smack? Did you hear the smack as Ligero's body just hit the floor? Richards knew what to expect and took the appropriate evasive action. Where's he going with Ligero? Not into the rails, surely. Oh, yes, into the rails, across the sternum, across the throat. But again, he's losing the advantage because he's far too concerned at mouthing off with the fans at ringside. I think this is where the inexperience comes in. Richards only been around 2.5 years, and you know, they say your first 5 years, even your first 10 years in this business is a learning experience. Davey Richards, not the finished article, you might say, because if he was, I don't think he'd be distracted by those fans. He'd be all business. And a knee to the stomach. And posing at the fans, he is really, really distracted by these fans. And you can see there, every time he just gets a 2 count where he's trying to put Ligero away and fails, he gets more and more frustrated. But there you go again, using his own thigh muscles as a vice around Ligero's head. And this is typical of technical wrestling, the British style of chain wrestling, using your own body as a weapon. He's leaning his weight down on Ligero, catching his own breath, getting a second wind. Ligero, if his hand goes down, no. If the hand went down one more time, it was over. But Ligero, determined not to fall. He wants to win for his fans. He wants to get the hat-trick of victories against Americans. And Richards is now even going out to try and confront one person at ringside. And what a fine physique that was. I'm sure Miguel Perez will be calling to get his body back fairly soon. Meantime, in the ring, it's Richards back in control on El Ligero. Again, just trying to use his weight to his advantage to grind down the youngster. Richards really doesn't like the fact that Ligero is getting more support than him. But hey, we're in the UK. What do you expect, Davey Richards? Oh! Tilt-a-whirl into a backbreaker. Is Richards going to fly here? Looks like he's gearing up for something. Went for the baseball slide drop kick, but missed, and Ligero flies down onto Davey Richards, and that's the first high-flying move that hit for Ligero. Well, it's the first one he's attempted anyway. And it'll be interesting to see who gets up first. You know, they call them high-risk moves for a reason. We're getting a Reba out of Ligero, and he is up first. Is that going to give Ligero the momentum and the impetus to launch an attack to try and finish this matchup? Yeah, he's going to the top once again. Richards dazed. Richards clearly dazed, not knowing quite where he is. Oh, beautiful! Hurricane Rana from the top rope. Going for the Shiranui. No, he's caught. Oh, look at this. Oh, the gutbuster. Richards now. Tiger bomb. Oh, just a 2 count. And look at Richards' face. Look at Davey Richards' face. Steve Linsky emphasizes too. And then look at Linsky. He can't believe. But that just shows you the heart of El Ligero. And Ligero finds himself in a perilous position, but he's fighting Richards off and manages to swat him away. What can Ligero do from here? Not too much. He's stuck up there. But look at this again. Ligero fighting Richards off, and again he knocks him off. The heart of this kid is incredible. Now what can he do? He's trying to reposition himself, but it's taken him too long. He's, as I said, in a very perilous position. What's he going to do from here? He's repositioned himself. Oh! Unbelievable! He tried to bridge over to get the pin. He tried to get over in position. Here we go. 1, 2, and just a 2 count. That move, well, it was a sunset flip come power bomb. And Richards landed right on his neck and his shoulders and the back of his head, and he's been knocked for 6. And I think Ligero's now going to fly from the top rope of his own choice. Rolls through. You saw Richards was out of position. Oh! Back of the head, right on the back of the head. Oh, look how fired up Richards is here. Big forearm. But Ligero catches him with a kick to the jaw, and another one for good measure. Going for that Shiranui, the sliced bread again, and there he hits it. But he's near the ropes. Is he going to get him? No. He went to hook the leg. He went to hook the leg of Richards nearest the ropes, and in doing so, took some of the pressure off the shoulders, and that allowed Richards to kick out. And listen to these fans. They love it. This is awesome, they say, and I'm pretty inclined to agree. A fantastic matchup here we are seeing on RQW TV. El Ligero and Davey Richards. Another kick from Richards. He's not used those kicks too much. Is this going to be it? No! And again, look at Richard's face. He can't believe it. Now what's he going for? That's the reverse Texas cloverleaf. That's one of Richard's favourite moves. And finally, Richards gets the submission. But what a performance from the UK luchador El Ligero. Let's take nothing away from that. That's more than spirited performance. That doesn't do him justice. Richards hit him with everything but the kitchen sink. There's your winner, Davey Richards, but look at his face. He knows he has been in one hell of a battle. And El Ligero has done himself no harm in that. What a match. Your winner, Davey Richards.
And now, introducing at this time, from Essex, England, winning at 220 pounds. This is one half of the current 1BW World Tag Team Champions, the Bigger One, Darren Orange. Darren, who is your partner here tonight?
Do you know what? Unfortunately tonight, 1PW fans, my partner in crime, Colt Cabana, he can't make it. But you know what? If it was up to me, I don't need a partner, because my second tag team partner would be all of yous out here right now. You are Team Shag as much as I am Team Shag. Everybody loves Shag, except for Johnny Storm. But I've had a couple of new additions to Team Shag. It's Street Hooligan Adventure, International, or Shag It, if you like that, son. Last night, I teamed with all Japan's Kikotoro for RQW. So tonight, I will tag with my Irish buddy, the crazy man, Mad Manson!
Oh God. Darren Burridge has chosen Madman Manson as his tag team partner. And even our cameraman doesn't want to be too close to the action. There he is. He terrifies me. But he's stumbling around in that straitjacket. And I'm not surprised because he can't use his arms. And he's free. He's cornered referee Tony Barrett. And the strangest wrestler in Britain, Madman Manson, half a head of hair, one boot drawn on, writing all over his body, has formed Team Shag International with Burridge. And you have to wonder how wise this is because, well, he's the official substitute. These are the 1PW Tag Team Champions. And Jody Fleisch and Johnny Storm, the former champions, they're one set of challengers. And the Damned Nation, Magic and Dragon Isu, they're another.
Wait, one second. There's no way in the world that I'm wrestling this twat.
Well, Johnny Storm has had some issues with the fans recently, and it's clearly bubbled over.
Shut up, you bunch of slags! Well, the truth is, Johnny Storm, Johnny Flash, is that you're too scared to take on the pucking one, Darren Burridge. Let's look at the history. Let's flip through the history. Darren Burridge 1, Johnny Storm 0. Darren Burridge 1, Johnny Storm 0. Now, back to tonight. on. We're going to end it right now. So get your ass to the ring and let's see who is the best team in RPW. Come on.
Well, yeah, let's see who comes out as the final 1PW Tag Team Champions. 3 teams that have all had a stake in the title situation at some point. Magic offering to start things off in an attempt to act as peacemaker. And Manson seems to think that Magic's the ref and it's insisting that Magic checks Tony Barrett's boots and then gets a haircut. And a bit of dancing from Manson. I can't imagine what the discos must be like at the New Bedlam Mental Reform Centre. And I think someone's put a few volts up Burridge looking at that dance. And now what? Manson, does he do this deliberately as a mind game, or is he just clearly insane? I think I'm answering my own question, but you know.
Real wrestling, check it out!
Indeed. Hammerlock by Manson. Manson just goes dead weight again. That's one way to get out of the move, I guess.
What a reversal!
Distracting tactics from, and Magic takes evasive action by getting to the ropes. How do you deal with a man like Manson? How do you wrestle him? How do you prepare for him? And nobody wants to tag. Nobody wants to tag out and face Manson. A shin breaker there from Magic. Dragon screw leg whip. These boots offer no protection. It's drawn on, that's why. He's chopping himself. And referee Tony Barrett's face and Isu's face says it all. Isu standing there like a soldier standing at ease, waiting for a chop, and Manson just chops himself again. Bulldog from Isu. And Magic encouraging Isu to get rid of Manson. And no one's budging here. Nice variation on a drop kick from Burridge and a big elbow drop. And they've all just realised suddenly that Storm and Fleisch have not involved themselves in this match once yet, and now they do. It's almost a 4-on-2 situation. And a double team move from Damnation there. You saw Isu checking that Magic was ready to hit that double team. Good teamwork. And Fleisch and Storm seem to think they're off, but Burridge cuts them off. We got action all over the place. 4 men outside the ring, 2 of them in it. Fleisch attempts a moonsault, but misses, lands on his feet though, but that time's deposited to the outside by Magic. Storm comes in. Oh, and lands on his partner. And I wasn't sure who's legal there, but it doesn't really matter now because they're both out on the floor. Oh, Burridge with the plancha, the tope rather. Otherwise known as a suicide dive for the very fact you lead head first. What's Manson doing now? Apart from getting caught by Damned Nation. And a double team backcracker. Manson kicks out just before Burridge can make the save. Oh, great move. Look at this. And both Damnation have been caught out by the same trick, and Burridge going for that move yet again. And that time Magic hits his own tag partner, Isu. And the furry dice are out in the Doncaster Dome. Nowhere, Storm and Fleisch hit and boos from the crowd again. Great leg lariat from Fleisch. Now what's he going to do? Tags out to Storm. Michinoku drive from Storm, impressive. And another quick tag to Fleisch. They're keeping a fresh man in here. Impact. Just a 2 count. Remember, this is elimination rules, so the winners of this match have got to beat not 1 but 2 teams. Well, you could hear both of those moves. Tag into Storm again. They're keeping the fresh man in the ring. He's got the Wonder Kid logo tattooed. Can we get our cameras off of there, please? Well, at least Fleisch has got something underneath there. And Fleisch tumbles to the floor. I can't believe he's got the Wonder Kid logo tattooed on his own backside. How egotistical is that? I mean, at least The Rock had the Brahma Bull on his arm. And Burridge inching over for the tag. Storm tags in Magic. It's Magic and Manson. Oh! He's fighting both Magic and his longtime nemesis, the Invisible Man. He's going up for a superplex on the Invisible Man. Oh, but Magic's caught him. I don't know if the Invisible Man managed to get some offensive moves in there either, because, well, he's invisible. He's deposited from the ring by Magic. Why is Magic playing along with the Invisible Man? What's going on here? Oh, but they continue to fight on the outside, and Burridge, look at Burridge's face. He doesn't know what's going on. Oh, and he's whipped into the buckles. Manson just got himself counted out, and Burridge is certainly regretting his choice of tag team partner. Manson was counted out, fighting the Invisible Man. Burridge can't believe it. He's lost his belts through a bad choice of tag partner. In the ring, though, Storm and Magic collide badly. And even Fleisch having to go at the crowd now. And Isu cuts him off. Oh! We knocked. Fleisch knocked Isu off balance, and he had to go with the move there, otherwise he could have landed badly on his head. He had to flip himself over to just have a safer landing. As if you can land safely off the top. Oh, how about that? Belly to back suplex. Sorry, belly to belly suplex, beg your pardon. And a near fall there. And Magic wants in, and Magic gets in. And tag out to Fleisch. Magic manages to avoid that and goes for a spinning Uranage suplex of his own there, and just a 2 count from the heavily tattooed Magic there. Needs to get Fleisch over to his half of the ring. Indeed he does. So this now is a conventional tag match. Now Shag International are out. The winners of this match will become new and final tag champs. Gates of Hell. They didn't quite hit all of it. Let's see if they get the pinfall here. No, Fleisch kicks out, and I think if they'd have hit all of that, that could have been it, but that kick connected square on the button. And that Isu went down like a sack of spuds. Where's Fleisch taking him? But Isu fights off. Jody manages to land on his feet. Johnny Storm takes over. Perfect Storm! And he gets out of the ring before that 5 count. Shooting star press. Could this be it? No, Isu kicks out once more. Fleisch misses the shooting star press. Roll over cradle. And that's it. That's it. And Damnation have won. Damnation win the match, and they are the new and the...
Whoa. Just wait a minute. And you definitely wait a minute. Look, I got something to say to all of you. First of all, everyone in the back is so thankful you all came out tonight. Thank you so much to all of you. Don't give any of that thank you bragging crap. This has nothing to do with me. This is every single fucking guy in that locker room and in this building. I'll let you talk in a minute, just let me tell these people this. You know, without all you, this wouldn't have been possible. All you need to do is read the words. Give yourself a round of applause.
Let me tell you the 2 reasons why I'm down here today. The first reason... Yep. The first reason is not to let down the loyal 1PW fans right here in the Doncaster Dome. That's reason 1. is the same thing. Now the second reason that I'm here today is to thank the Gottlieb family. You've probably heard the rumours, but I know the guy, what I know of the guy, he's a fucking nice bloke. The guy has put top-notch shows on, he's breaking wrestlers you thought you'd never see. That guy gave blood, sweat and tears to 1PW just to bring you fans the best wrestling Britain has seen in a long time. And 1PW isn't here today. With every heartbeat, it'll echo in eternity. So this here for 1PW. I'm sure I've got a funny feeling this isn't going to be the last time we meet. Who knows what can happen? 1PW all the way. Thank you very much, Doncaster.
We come out here and we do what we do. But tonight, there's something that does have to be said. Now we've all sat out here and we're trying to 1PW. But there is a reason that all you people that are here tonight. There are a group of people led by that man right there. So as soon as they knew that tonight was in trouble. No. Seriously, he will not appreciate Thank You Dragon. He won't like it because there's a whole bunch of people that stood behind him when he stood up, and he said he will not let thousands of British wrestling fans walk away tonight. So I'll tell you what. Guys like him, there's a man right down there, Sweet Stevie Aaron. And every single guy in PCW who got off their asses to make sure that you guys had a show tonight. And he won't want to hear Thank You Dragon, but there is three little things he does want to hear. I know you want to hear him. Free Street Dub!
So here we go, 1PW Open Weight Championship on the line. The man that gravity forgot, Pack, this youngster, there he is, the youngster from Newcastle upon Tyne, just turned 20. Up against a man who's been a pro wrestler for half of Pack's lifespan, 10-year pro, Kid Cash. Came out to a tremendous reception. A dangerous and sometimes unpredictable character. But he's wrestled all over the world, all the major companies, all the major divisions. He's a former WWE World Cruiserweight title holder, a former TNA X Division champion, ECW World TV title has been in his possession, as well as the NWA World Tag Team titles at some point. So this is a well-decorated, well-travelled, experienced man. And another huge test for Pack at the Doncaster Dome, bearing in mind the challenge he's had before from AJ Styles. And well, we get a clean break there. Cash just trying to get the measure of this young man by the looks of it. Look at Cash wrenching on that left arm of Pack. Pack counters with one of his own. I wonder if Cash has seen any tapes of this young man, because some of the high-flying moves that Pack can do, I've never seen anyone else in the world do. Oh, how about that for smooth chain wrestling, and Cash takes Pack down to the ground, and this might be a smart strategy of trying to ground the youngster and stopping him flying. A very sound strategy indeed. Oh, caught him with two elbows, make that three to the face. Oh, and you saw the wild-eyed look on Cash there as he charged in. And look at the pace of these exchanges. Headlock takedown. Pack counters with the head scissors. Nip up from Cash. Ducks the clothesline. Another headlock takedown. Another head scissors from Cash. And an arm drag from Pack. And an arm drag from Cash. And they just run into each other like two bulls. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? And Cash, shakes the hand, and you can see Cash just saying to himself, yep, this kid's made of something. You don't get to be the open weight title holder for nothing. Well, some of this crowd not particularly behind Cash, I guess, because Pack is such a huge crowd favourite here. And this crowd have really turned on Kid Cash. Why, I don't know. Apart from, as I said, the fact that just Pack is such a popular athlete here. And Cash taking his frustrations out on Pack's head, wrenching in a really tight headlock, but Pack does manage to fire him off. Whoa, look at that. And Pack's face says it all there. The impact of that move. And Pack retaliates with a headlock of his own. And again, a huge shoulder block from Cash, who's got a very slight weight advantage over Pac. Oh! And you can hear from the collective gasp of the crowd that I think sportsmanship's out the window here. Cash takes evasive action, but so does Pac, and Cash goes tumbling to the floor, and he's in a dangerous area because Pac will fly. Pac does fly, lands on his feet. Oh, and Cash. Oh, Cash slinging Pac face first into the ring apron and then back first into those guardrails. Breaks the referee's count, and we're back on the outside. And this crowd right behind Pac, and that is only further enraging Kid Cash. We've already seen tonight how Davey Richards, didn't get the most welcome response from this crowd. And this crowd in Doncaster traditionally welcoming our stars from across the Atlantic, but not tonight, it seems, with the exception, of course, of Sterling James Keenan. And Cash rolls Pac in. Cash complaining to the referee. Oh, and a stiff boot to the ribs. And Cash seems determined to not allow Pac to fly, and that would probably be a very firm, wise strategy, and the force of that headbutt hurt Cash's own head. And he's now just pulling the hair and breaks on the 4 count, knowing he's got a 5 from referee Steve Linsky. Just, standing on the head, on the ear, his full weight leaning on Pac, and Cash is really just using underhanded tactics here. This is surprising. Well, I'd say it surprises me. I did say earlier on he can be unpredictable.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And all these moves, of course, weaken the neck and the head for the dead level, that brainbuster that he uses as a finisher. Oh, and that kick was low. That was low, and what Cash did was low because he just distracted the referee's attention. Goes for an unorthodox pinfall, but just a 2 count. And a really tight, really painful looking version of the camel clutch there. He's biting the nose. What is he doing? Grinding the forearm into the eyes, and now the referee says that's an illegal move. Pac holding the nose. And the 10-year veteran from Johnson City, Tennessee in the USA, right in the south of the country. Not exactly endearing himself to the locals. Forearms across the bridge of the nose. He's trying to break that nose. That's what he's doing. He's grabbed the title belt. What for, I don't know. Throws the belt back down on the ground. I don't know if he was going to use that as a weapon, and a drop kick to the sternum of Pac.
1, 2, 3, 4. Shut up!
Well, this wasn't the match we were expecting. Oh, a succession of knees and a stiff kick. And Pac doesn't know what's hit him, and I can't blame him. Oh, and he's just, well, that's the old farmer's handkerchief, you could call it, emptying the contents of his nose over the champion. How disrespectful to a champion. And Cash has worn plenty of title belts in his time, as I documented earlier. You would think he would have more respect for a championship match than that, but evidently not. And referee Steve Linsky doesn't quite know what to think of all this either. And Pac fires back, but only for a moment. He's taken back down by a kick from Cash, but Cash is... Those forearms have taken something out of Kid Cash. He's checking his nose. He's accusing referee of something, of being a liar. I don't know what for. Cash seems to really have snapped during this match. I don't know what's caused it, other than, as I said, the only thing I can think is that this crowd are more in favour of Pac than him, but Pac has had an incredible journey in 1PW and in the Doncaster Dome, and look at this. Cash arguing with the fans, arguing with the ref, doing everything just within the rules, breaking on the 4 count. And just grabbing the hair of Pac now. The referee has got to consider disqualifying Cash. And I don't think anyone here would blame him for disqualifying him. And another choke. Beg your pardon, not a choke, just a kind of a... Well, he's smothering the mouth and the nose of Pac, and now just raking him. This is just unbelievable. And I think that was a low blow as well. I couldn't quite tell from our vantage point here, but... As I said, the referee has got to consider a disqualification here if this continues.
You're right, but your mouth swallowed, boy.
Shoulder charge to the... And a second shoulder charge to the stomach. Forearm uppercut, and a second one knocks Cash down. And Cash goes outside to take a breather. He's now manhandling one of our photographers there. He's really, this is a strange turn of events as he now gets a chair involved. Cash has really just snapped. It's not what we expected at all. A hard shot into the buckles. Oh, and just throws the chair at Pac's head. And you heard that connect. And Pac certainly felt it connect. Look at this, just dragging Pat round the hair, walking like a dog. Snapmare, and a stiff kick, and another one. One to the back, one to the front. And this crowd trying to get Pac back into it with a "Let's Go Pac" chant. And another low blow, and Linsky has got to consider a disqualification. I know I keep saying this, but each time Kid Cash continues to break the rules, and he didn't even attempt to hide it that time. Look at the elevation there, sunset flip, just a 2 count, but great move from Pac, and a big running forearm, and could the momentum now? Yes, another one, momentum going in Pac's favor. Standing shooting star press, 1, 2, just a 2 count. And you can see how much it's taken. Oh, and another low blow. I don't know if the referee saw that or not, but he's got to be suspicious. And Cash, he's grabbed, but he's got the camera. I don't know what for. He's doing some of his own filming. Oh, as he boots Pac in the face, and again, this is. Fans, this is the most bizarre thing. As you get a close-up of the ceiling there, this is one of the most bizarre nights, bizarre things on a strange night as it is, and unbelievable. Kid Cash has snapped. Cash has snapped.
The hell are you looking at? Huh? What are you looking at? 2, 3. What are you looking at?
This is utterly bizarre. Utterly, utterly bizarre. And I apologize for being next to speechless. It's not a great thing for the job description, but and look at the nonchalant cover there, and he's now threatening our referee.
That was 3. You fucking English can't count.
And Cash is frustrated beyond belief. Oh, we don't need this. And Pac firing back now with forearms and chops. He's got a second wind and he needs it. clothesline from Cash, though. And again, blowing his nose on him, on Pac. Surfboard. Oh, and he's grabbing the hair. Oh, look at the way Pac's body's bent. Unbelievable. He got there illegally through the hair, but what? Oh. And springs Pac back face down. And this crowd are in shock. They don't know what to think of this. I don't know what to think of it. We were expecting a Cruiserweight Classic, and instead we've just seen Kid Cash snap. That's the only way I can describe this. And he's going for a moonsault or 450 splash or something like that. See what he does. Well, nothing as it turns out, because he's cut off by Pac. And again, Cash has got the hair. Oh, this looks very, very, very dangerous indeed. Top rope power bomb. Oh, and Pac lands right on the small of his back, and that's taken it out of both men. And Cash has obviously had a bad landing. He's trying to just shake that right leg loose. Just the 2 count because of the time that had elapsed. That move took a lot out of Cash as well as Pac. He's now going up top again. Oh, great move, but Pac gets out the way and a bad landing for Cash. Could this be the turning point in the match for Pac? Could this be where he can grab that win? Cash has dominated this match mainly through illegal tactics. Great drop salt from Pac. And another leg lariat that time. Northern Lights suplex. Doesn't get the bridge though. Makes the cover. No, he's not making the cover. He's going up top. He's going up top. Could this be the 630? Pac looks fired up. Corkscrew shooting star press, but nobody home. And he's calling for the dead level, that brainbuster. He's going to finish Pac off. Oh, reversed into a small package, and the 3 count, and a huge victory for Pac. How about that? The 3 count to Pac. What a victory for this young man against all odds in a most unusual of circumstances. So tag team time here as Team Supreme, Jack Storm and Dave Morales, dressed in the black and red to the right of the camera, against in black and blue. On the left there, Chris Whitten and his tag partner, Kid Ritchie. Question being, will Team Dormanstown, as they're called there, end up as black and blue as their ring attire? Or will they spring what would have to be an upset and score the victory over their more experienced rivals? Jack Storm and Dave Morales go under a variety of names. They're Team Supreme here in Doncaster. They're known as Team Charming in RQW with their manager Charming Don Charles. And in IPW UK they are the Untouchables, and it is in that federation they have lifted so far their only tag team gold, reigning as the IPW UK Tag Team Champions. Well, there's no doubt who's leading the popularity contest, but Whitten looks like he's psyching himself up for this one. Well, Morales using his size advantage to his advantage there, but Whitten flings him off. But there you see what I was talking about, how easily Whitten went down. But nice hip toss. Whitten realizing pretty quickly he's going to have to use his speed advantage if he wants to win this match. And there's the same, to an even greater degree, to Kid Ritchie, the smallest man in this contest. Oh! Concertina drop kicks. And a forearm uppercut. And you look at Morales' face, he's not particularly pleased with that one. Reverses the whip to the corner though. But Kid Ritchie had his wits about him. Oh, look at that. Morales didn't even bother catching him, he just let Ritchie bounce off his huge frame. 250 pounds of Dave Morales is a big lad, and tags in his smaller but taller tag partner, the more experienced of the two, Sadistic Jack Storm. And if you've never seen Jack Storm in action, you will see, and well, there you go, you can see exactly why he is called Sadistic. Oh, the big chop. And Storm starts off at 1,000,000 miles an hour. But Kid Ritchie firing back. Nice Hurricane Rana. And this is what I was talking about, using the speed advantage. It's like the boxing strategy, stick and move. That's what these kids have got to do if they want to pull off the upset. And what a feather in the cap it would be for a win for Team Dormanstown. Oh, did you see that? Right down on the knee. And I'm surprised he kicked out of that. That was, well, sadistic, as the name would suggest. Tag made to Morales, and you see the great teamwork there. Held Kid Ritchie's head in a grovet whilst Morales made his way into the ring. They've got a 5 count, it's all perfectly legal. Referee Steve Linsky makes the count there, 2 only. Oh, huge clothesline. And Kid Richie had nowhere to go. And look at this, how they've cut the ring in half. Classic tag team strategy, while at the same time distracting the younger opponent who's hot-headed in his youth. And you know, this is a big match. This is probably the biggest match Team Dormanstown have had. And they're fired up for it, and they've used that fire against them. 2 count only. They're arguing with Linsky, but there was a definite 2 count. This crowd getting behind Kid Richie. And again there, great teamwork, holding the rib cage open for a right hand from Morales. Look at this, delayed suplex, and Storm makes the tag. Oh! Combination. And if it wasn't for Witten making the save, that could have been it. A combination vertical suplex and a drop kick to the guts, and we go straight from that into an illegal choke. But you look at the face of Storm, and he takes pleasure in causing pain. His eyes light up. You can see it in his character. He's a scary individual indeed. And again, frequent tags. They've cut the ring in half. They've kept Kid Richie. They've obviously found him the weaker of the 2. The one they want to focus on. Just using the hair to pull his opponent down. He seems to have got away with it as well, so well, fair play to him, I suppose. It's not illegal if you don't get caught. That's what I always say. And again, you see the ring positioning there on that wide shot we had then. This match very much taking place in the half of the ring occupied by Team Supreme. And that's not a chokehold. You see where the hands are on the carotid artery, trying to cut off the blood to the brain, cut off the oxygen. But Richie gets the second wind. Oh, he dodged 2 shots, but he didn't dodge that. The belly-to-belly suplex snapped him over. Unbelievable. Great move from Morales. And now taking out Chris Witten, taking him out of the equation. And while Steve Linsky's back is turned, they double up. Elbows to the back of the head. Oh, and there you see, look at the face of Storm, sadistic Jack Storm by name and by nature. And he's got a smile on his face. Look at that. He enjoys doing this. He enjoys inflicting pain, I'm telling you. Oh, Richie lands on his feet. What can he do from here? Drop kick to the stomach. Swats swats Storm off, but unfortunately for Kid Richie, he's landed in the wrong half of the ring, but he tries to make the tag. Yes, he gets there, and Chris Whitten in, but just bounces off of Morales. Makes the hot tag, but can't. Oh, now he can make use of the momentum. Oh, did you see that? Elbow to the jaw, right in the mouth. Now he's got them rocking, but it's 2-on-1. Referee Steve Linsky really needs to clear one man out. And Jack Storm makes the save. Dodging the attempted blows, but beautiful powerbomb variation there. And you saw the urgency with which Dave Morales dived in to make the save. Now, he should be cleared out the ring. Referee Steve Linsky seems to have lost control of this a little. We've now got all 4 men in the ring. This is not a tornado tag. This is a regular tag team rules matchup. Oh, nicely caught there by Morales. Where is Kid Richie going to be deposited? Down on the back in the middle of the ring. Lifts him up for a second one. Oh, that does not look good for Kid Richie. That's got to be it. No, Kid Richie kicks out, and look at the face of Jack Storm. How did Kid Richie kick out of that combination powerbomb and mid-rope elbow drop? Unbelievable. And a spear from short distance and a savate kick from Kid Richie. Oh, how about that? Using his opponents as stepping stones, and then a 630 moonsault. But they both kick out. Their heavier opponents kick them off with, I wouldn't say relative ease, but without too much of a problem, and a clash there for Team Dormanstown. Stereo pile drivers. And well, there you go. And Team Supreme dispatch their foes without too much trouble.
Now, about finishing just a little bit of business. In case you two morons are forgetting, these people didn't even know who you are if they weren't for SJK.
Well, he did bring them into 1PW. That's listen to this crowd. He did bring them in. He recruited them in his war against Spud.
They know who you are. They still just don't care. Now we've pretty much established over the last 14 months that Spud, you can't beat me.
Well, that's a fair point.
Considering as how I'm a little bit tired, I could use a little bit of help beating the hell out of these two bastards.
Oh, a spear from Keenan, and war has been declared, it appears. And we've rung the bell. Looks like we got an impromptu tag match here. But I've got to think the last time Spud and Sterling James Keenan were supposed to be on the same team was when was it Devil's Due in Hull, when Keenan turned his back on Spud and it was revealed to be an elaborate ruse from Keenan. How do we know that's not going to happen again? The only thing I can think of is that the situation has changed somewhat now, and in Team Supreme, both Spud and Keenan have got a common enemy. And well, it wouldn't be Doncaster without a guardrail buckling, let's face it. Apologise for the camera work there, but our cameramen obviously have to just get the hell out of the way and save their own skins as their first priority, and I don't blame them. Listen to this crowd. Oh! Not the greatest of landings for Spud. That's why they call it high risk. But he took out both members of Team Supreme, who are at a distinct disadvantage, having already just wrestled a match. There you see why I often call Keenan a genius. Everything he does has a plan behind it. That means Sterling James Keenan is at an advantage. Wheelbarrow Bulldog by Spud. Where's Keenan going now?
Here we go!
Oh, how about that? A cravat of sorts with the legs. Certainly knocked the wind right out of Jack Storm. And look at this crowd. Everyone's on their feet. No one's sitting down here. Sterling James Keenan, one of the most popular men in 1PW. And as he said, he just had to make one last trip to the Dome to say thanks to these great fans. And there we have not the most fluid tag I've ever seen. I don't think these two are quite still on the same page yet, but maybe they're getting there. I don't know. Oh! Right in the gut, right in the solar plexus. And that really restricts the breathing. Not so much a clothesline, just a smack across the face. And And with Spud in difficulty, Storm tags in Morales for a big chop of his own.
1, 2, come on, referee! Let's count to 3 out.
Shoulder breaker, and that really seems to have... Oh, that seems to have really hurt Spud. Spud's been carrying numerous minor injuries recently. And that's not going to do him any favors at all. And Spud just about managing to wriggle free from that pin attempt. Well, if you ever needed proof of the bad blood between these guys, I think that just proved it. Oh, did you hear that chop? Oh, Sterling James Keenan comes in to make the save for his partner Spud, who's now firing back. Look at these forearms. He's clutching that shoulder again. Oh, he went for a satellite DDT, but got caught by his heavier opponent, who was able to... Morales able to support the weight of Spud. And a huge senton, all 250 pounds, crashing down. Yes, Sterling James Keenan going back to his tag ropes, the answer. As Spud is rolled back into the ring, and look at that, they roll him back into Team Supreme's corner. Smart move, smart tag team strategy from the fluid and regular team. Oh, huge right hand. And Keenan tries to get back in, and referee Tony Barrett pulling him back in his corner, and that's only going to work in Team Supreme's advantage. But you can see here how they are the regular tag team. They know each other very well indeed, unlike Spud and Keenan, although they do obviously know each other very well from opposing each other rather than teaming up together. Big chop, overhand chop to the center of the head. But now look at this. They're taking their time to gloat. And that's given Spud a moment to fire back, but a knee to the stomach cuts him off. You can hear the blows raining in. And again, Spud attempting, oh, this time he does, attempting to reverse it. into reverse DDT, but Morales runs in to prevent the tag. But an enziguri from Spud knocks him down as well. The question now, can Spud get back to his corner? He's got to literally crawl over his opponents, and look at Morales grabbing the leg, or tried to grab the leg of Spud. Spud kicking him off, and kicks him off successfully. Can he reach there? Will Keenan make the tag? Keenan doesn't look too... Oh no, not this again. Not this again. Oh no, Keenan does make the tag. And now he's got his hands on Team Supreme. A fresh Sterling James Keenan. And look at him go with knees and fists of fury. But Jack Storm cuts him off, and now Morales head and arm suplex. And that stops his momentum dead. Beautiful. Just the 2 count though, because Morales cut the pinfall attempt short. Attempted Tiger Bomb. Look at that. Oh, did you hear that? And again, the tag partner making the save. Oh, and then Keenan outsmarted Morales, and Keenan looks like he'll... No, baseball slide drop kick knocks Morales into the rails. And he takes care of Storm as well. Satellite DDT from Spud. Could this be it? 1, 2, no Morales. Oh, yes. I thought that was Morales. It's Keenan. We've got a winner. Keenan makes the cover as well. Keenan joins him for the cover, and it's 1, 2, 3, and we've got winners in Sterling James Keenan and Spud. And ladies and gentlemen, Ulf Herman has arrived in the Doncaster Dome. I'd drop it if I were him.
Okay, now I'm going to set the belt down. Have some haggis. Look after my belt. Oh, I have nothing against you. But I don't appreciate some big blonde German bitch coming into the ring and talking to my ball.
Oh, well, Phoenix should have thought about that. Oh, what a huge clothesline from Herman. So Abyss has been stripped of the belt and somehow it's been awarded to Jay Phoenix, but I don't think he's going to have it much longer. Well, here's a familiar confrontation, except for they both seem to be looking. Oh, cannonball on Phoenix! I really wouldn't want to be Jay Phoenix at this precise moment in time. He's got a car tyre has been fitted round his head and he can't even defend himself. Oh, he's just getting waffled by both men. Oh! Huge pile driver. What has he got there? Oh, it's a first use of a cake in a hardcore match. And Phoenix falls from the ring. Curtis trying to get him back to his feet, but I think it'd be a wise idea for Jay Phoenix, supposedly flawless, to leave this to the big boys. Sickest, a match name synonymous with the Dome, and Ulf accepts and immediately Iceman turns on him. Huge clothesline from Iceman. Oh, just smacks Iceman across the head with that plastic bottle. And I didn't think it'd last long in the ring, and indeed it isn't. We're outside already. Out the way, cameraman. Oh, and the guardrails take it one more time. Jawbreaker. Hey, it's a wrestling move. Awesome. You don't see that often in one of these matches. Usually they're to be smacking each other with weaponry to bother with wrestling moves. about that drop kick whilst Iceman holds that chair up. And Ulf Herman's got the horn. Did I just say that? He's got a bugle. Oh, you know what I mean. Double chop right down on the trapezius nerves. Oh, this doesn't look good for Iceman. Oh dear. A crockery mug does not offer much groinal protection. Big suplex, all 21 stone of Iceman. Is that a first aid box? How ironic. How wonderfully ironic. Injuring your opponent with a first aid box. Oh, this is an old Ulf Herman trick. Oh man, did you see that? Ulf checking his head for cuts. I'm not surprised. A suitably violent end to tonight's proceedings. What the hell did Curtis do? He just attacked the referee. Now what's he doing? What is Curtis doing? What's going on here? Oh, Ulf's got pliers to the ears. Oh, and pliers to the nose of Iceman. And Keenan comes back for one more adventure in the 1PW playground. What's Phoenix still doing there? Curtis has got a referee shirt on. He's trying to escape the obvious MK Ultra that's about to happen. And well, Adam Curtis just took an MK Ultra off camera. I think that puts paid to Adam Curtis's night. Elbow drop from the Iceman. Do we have a referee? What's going on? Oh, I don't know what's going on. This is survival of the sickest. The referee was taken out by Adam Curtis. Adam Curtis was taken out by Sterling James Keenan. We've now got a table in the ring. DDT on the chair. Now where's Herman going? The crowd chant, "We want fire." Oh, that's not a good chant to hear. That's the most dangerous thing going. Who can forget Ulf Herman going through a flaming table courtesy of Abyss here at the Doncaster Dome? Ulf Herman looking for something. And Ulf continues to beat Jay Phoenix up like it's a hobby. And Ulf Herman, oh man, he's got lighter fluid. That's not a good thing to have in a wrestling ring. That's lots and lots and lots of lighter fluid. That's 4 cans taped together of lighter fluid. Leg drop from Herman, who continues to squeeze that. Oh my God, 4 cans of lighter fluid onto that table. Oh, and up it goes. But Iceman cuts Herman off with a DDT. Oh no. And the fire's died out. The fire's died out. Iceman's plan worked. Iceman's plan to stop Herman from smashing him through that table with by countering it with a DDT, that's worked.
Pretend to be injured.
And he's got more lighter fluid. And now it goes up. Oh, but Ulf was waiting for him. Oh, through the table goes Iceman. And that's it. That's it. And Ulf Herman gets retribution by putting his opponent through a flaming table this time. And we have a new 1PW World Champion. And his name is Ulf Herman. The flaming German wins at last at the Doncaster Dome. And what a way to end things. Ulf Herman's your new champion, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Will Not Die from the Doncaster Dome. My name is Dean Ayers. Thank you for joining us. Good night, everybody.
I think he got it on his head. Huh? I think he got it on his head.
Alright, so as far as how much of an impact I think 1PW's had in the British wrestling scene, I think as far as the British wrestling scene, I think 1PW was a breath of fresh air for the British wrestling scene. It had been a long time, years at that. since Britain, the British scene itself had had a mainstream company come in and draw such big crowds and be such a huge success. You know, it seems like every few years there's always a different company where it's like the place to be. I think Hammerlock at a time, you know, was the place to be, and then it became the FWA, and now 1PW, and you know, now there's companies coming up like IPW UK and RQW, which could easily be just as big or bigger than 1PW in the future. But I think 1PW most definitely had a great impact on the British wrestling scene, and did a lot of great things for the British talent, because there was a lot of really good talent in this country, just as talented as the Americans, just as talented as Japanese indie wrestlers or anywhere, but it's just that we didn't have any mainstream promotions that could get us out there, and really until maybe up until a year ago or so, it was really just Doug Williams, Johnny Storm and Jody Fleisch, probably deservedly so. You know, they're probably the three most credible workers in the UK, but 1PW has allowed people such as myself or Pac or Spud or Team Supreme or Andy Simmons or El Ligero or whoever, you know, British based wrestlers to be able to show their talents and show that, you know, we can have matches just as good as the Americans, and we can hang with them just as well as, you know, anybody would probably wish for. And like, I can't speak for anyone else, but like for me personally, like to have had matches with Nigel McGuinness, Jimmy Snuka, Samoa Joe, Steve Corino, and even home talent such as El Ligero and Darren Burridge, I probably wouldn't have had as many big matches as that in such a short space of time if it wouldn't have been for 1PW. So I'm eternally grateful for them for doing that, and obviously it helped my name get out there a bit more, and I'm sure, I mean, you see the success that Pac's had, Spud and others, and it's amazing. So I think most definitely 1PW, if not completely 100%, has had a great impact on the British wrestling scene, and at least for once, and even if this tonight is to be the very last show, at least the British workers had an opportunity to be able to say, well, this is what we can do, this is what we're capable of, and we're here to show it. And you know, hopefully that chance will come around again, and another company, whether 1PW come back someday or whether it be one of the upcoming companies in the UK just now. I mean, I might be a little bit biased just because of how much 1PW helped me, but I think 100%, I don't see any reason why anybody could see a negative, how anyone can take a negative out of 1PW or what it's done for the British scene. I think it's been awesome. Alright. 1PW has been criticised for some of the numbers of international talent used. How do I feel about that? I think Stephen Gauntly and his family were just focused on giving the fans what they wanted. Even if it seemed unnecessary to spend that amount of money, or if it seemed unnecessary expenditures to bring in certain guys, I think at the end of the day, Stephen Gauntly and his family had the best interest of the fans in their minds. And how money was spent really isn't anybody else's business anyway. It's not my business or any business of the fans. So whether 1PW blew their money or spent it wisely, or closed their doors because they had no money left, or closed the doors because they wanted to close it now while they still had some money left, either way it could be any one of those options, and I don't think it's anybody else's business anyway. I'm happy with everything I receive personally in 1PW, and really, and it's not a selfish thing that I feel to say that. I think it's just that, you know, worry about yourself, don't worry about everybody else. So I think, bottom line, Stephen Gauntly and his family did the very best that they could to put on a good show for the people who came here and spent their money to see a good show, and they did that. So how they spent money or where they spent money is irrelevant. The fact is that they put on a show that the fans wanted to see, and that's what's important. Do I have any messages for the Gauntlys or 1PW fans? The Gauntlys know how I feel. I mean, I can never thank them enough for the opportunities they gave me and what I was given in 1PW. I feel like 1PW was a breath of fresh air for the British scene, and also for a lot of guys personally, where they could say, finally, you know, we've got the chance to show what we can do on the big screen on centre stage, under the spotlight, for people to see worldwide. And if it wouldn't have been for the Gauntleys, then a lot of us would have, some of us would never have got that, and some people would have worked for years to achieve it, and we've got it now. And as for the fans, everyone has different opinion of fans. There's always some fans who I would give every second of the day to, and then there's some fans that just they rip my melt, to be honest with you, and I can't stand them. But at the end of the day, I'm sure they're all well intentioned. So I love the fans. I could spare every second of the day for fans. You know what I mean? I love it. And hopefully the impact that 1PW had and the memories that 1PW have left behind won't be short-lived in their memories. I hope that it lives on. Even if 1PW are never to return, 1PW most definitely at least will live on in their memories, and hopefully they can look back on that and think positively about it. Is there anything about my time in the company that I regret? No. Honestly, I don't regret anything I did in the company. I'm very, from start to finish, I've had the time of my life here, and I wouldn't take any of it back or redo any of it. I absolutely love it, and like I said, can't put it any better. I've had the time of my life since I've been here, so I wouldn't change a thing. I don't regret any of it. What for me was the highlight of 1PW's short history? I think the highlight of 1PW's history was not what you've seen in the ring or what you've seen at centre stage under the spotlight. I think it was what happened backstage, what became backstage. Because speaking to Adam Curtis about this personally, I think that the guys in 1PW became like a family backstage, and again, some of the people we got to work with here in 1PW we would never have got to work with if it wouldn't have been for 1PW. And I think those kind of things are the greatest things about 1PW. Not that the matches that they put on, as great as the matches were and everything, of course, the greatest thing about 1PW's history was what went on backstage, and how the guys treated each other, and how well the guys got on with each other. At the end of the day, we're all men, we're all human, and we have to work together. And 1PW, I think, was just a great opportunity for all of us to come together as one, and for one, put on a great show for the fans, but as well, to get to know each other a little better, to become great friends with each other. And I'm privileged, truly privileged and honoured to have got to know some of the people I've got to know over the time of 1PW. Like I said, if it wouldn't have been for 1PW, I could maybe never would have gotten to know these people, or otherwise it would have taken years to do so. So I can't thank them enough for that, and that for me is personally what I think is the best thing about 1PW. So that's it. Alright.
Right. What for you was the highlight of 1PW's short history?
The highlight for me, or the highlight for
you?
The highlight for me was probably on the last show when I had all the blood going, and I stood in the middle of the ring, and all the fans, I was supposed to be the heel, and all the fans were chanting Iceman. It was like close to tears, It was really, I really enjoyed it. It was really, really good. It was a good moment for me.
1PW has been criticised by some people for the numbers of international talent that they've used. How do you feel about that?
The way I see it is, if first of all, get the fans to the audience, to the arena, and the one way to get the fans to the arena is by booking names and people that will bring the fans to the arena. But once you get them to the arena, then showcase what Britain's got, put the British wrestlers on the same league as the international talent, then let the international talent give the British guys the rub, and then they come back to see the British guys, and I think 1PW proved that with the Fight Club shows and stuff like that, because we've done pretty good business with those shows, with very little international talent on, you know. So I think that was a good thing, you know.
How much of an impact do you think 1PW had on the British wrestling scene? And where do you see things going from here?
I'd like to see 1PW make another go of it. I hope somewhere down the line it does. And I think the impact, I think it's had a great impact, because it's like short history, that everyone talking, whether it was good, whether it was bad, everybody in the British wrestling scene was talking about 1PW, you know, so it can't be bad, can it?
Okay. Have you any message for the Gartleys or for the 1PW?
Yeah, just stick with it, and I'm sure something good's going to happen. I'm sure it all hasn't been in vain. I'm sure there's light at the end of the tunnel. I don't think it's the end. At least I hope it's not the end, you know, because I enjoy wrestling here.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, now it's back to the Bad Ice Man.
Do you think anything could be learned from 1PW, its obvious success with the fans, and the recent turn of events?
Yeah, first of all, I don't think it's financially very good to bring 20 people in, 20 overseas people. Maybe 5 or 6, but not 20. So for other promotions, hey, don't bring too many guys in. For the fans, I think for the money you pay in here, you get a hell of a show. And for promotion out there, I'm not saying any names. Don't try to copy us, because we are unique.
Okay. What for you was the highlight of 1PW's short history?
The pillow fight with Jay Phoenix. No, actually, hey, this was my highlight. The purple door. Free.
Is there anything about your time with the company you regret?
No, definitely not.
How much of an impact do you think 1PW had on the British wrestling scene? And how do you see things going
A
from
big
here?
one, because hey, have you read the news? It's on the national newspaper. 1PW is on the national newspaper. It doesn't matter if it's a bad one or a good one, it's still advertising. And you know what I think deep in my heart? Hey, we're coming back. I really believe it. With all the fans here, with all the fans that did everything in the last year for us, and we gave them everything, we coming back because we got you guys. Trust me.
Have you got any message for the Gartleys or the faithful fans?
Yeah, I got one message for Steven. If you ever do this again, and I really hope all of a sudden you come out like a phoenix, get like a staff, like a whole staff of guys and people around, and split your work, because one guy is not able to do all this shit. Trust me. If you want to ask me, I help you as much as I can, and all the other guys in the locker room too. So just don't be shy. I wish you all the best, and hopefully you're coming back.
Is this like, you know,
multiple choice?
is this like Deal or No Deal, where like, or
Fuck that shit.
Okay, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Am I the only one in America that hates Deal or No Deal?
Deal or No Deal was brilliant. I love Deal or No Deal. The Noel Edmonds one over here is better.
I'm not the only one? Good.
Whenever you're ready.
I went to my parents' house.
Okay.
Like, it was like Christmas Eve. They had like this big party of people, you know.
First
I walked
question.
downstairs. Everyone's watching
Do you think
Deal or No Deal.
Like anything that could be
why
learned
did I
from
show up?
1PW?
Like, what's the point of coming
success
over?
with the number of fans that called in
Fucking Deal
and the
or
recent
No
turn of
Deal.
events.
Yeah, totally. Dreams can come true. Dreams can definitely come true.
Not enough to spend hours and hours of my life watching people pick.
What for me was the highlight?
What for you was the highlight of 1PW's short history?
I think it was the fans, really. Just like the emotion they drew, and like everybody emotionally was just connected with everybody.
Is there anything about your time with the company that you regret?
No. What do I regret? I don't regret nothing. I really don't regret nothing from any time I've been here. Stephen and Rosie have always been good to me, and I can't complain. They're brilliant people, and they always have been to me, and they always have been, and they did something good for the UK scene, in my opinion. So, I don't regret nothing.
That kind of leads on to my next question. How much of an impact do you think that 1PW had on the British wrestling scene, and how do you see things going on from here?
I thought they came in with like a big, like, everybody heard about them, and then I think it was a combination of various things, political reasons, and so many different things, like like backstage, you got one person in one person's ear, one person in another person's ear, and then it carried on from there. And to top that with like finances and stuff.
Well, 1PW has been criticised by some people for the numbers of international talent they use. How do you feel about that?
I never had a problem with it. I mean, it's nice to work with talent that have like been to places like WWE, WCW, ECW, Japan, places like that. It's an honour to wrestle these people and learn from them. In my opinion, you should always take something from these people that you work with. Like even if it's something little, like I don't know, how to call, something like that. It's just you should always take something, and that's what Stephen and Rosie offer. They put these, like, the British guys that never usually get the opportunity, and they gave them the opportunity here, and everybody got an opportunity in some way, shape or form to work with someone that had that experience, and that was what was good about it.
Last question. Have you any message for the Gauntleys or for the 1PW faithful?
Yeah, Steve, Rosie, thank you for absolutely everything you've ever done for me. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. We're hopefully going to carry on being friends. Like last year was one of my big friends in the business. You've done a lot for me, and I will in turn always do a lot for you guys. And I thank you. And to all the fans out there, thank you very much for making 1PW so special, because without you, without the Gauntleys, it's not us guys. We work our asses off because we want to, and thank you very much for everything. This is going to be a very emotional day for everyone, and it's going to be also a great day. You won't regret it. Cool. All right.
Yeah, is that okay? Do you want me to read the question or just answer the question? Okay. The question is, what for you was the highlight of 1PW short history? Match wise, it might have been, no, not you, Jack. I think probably Doug Williams versus Lance Storm. Just seeing Lance Storm again, and that match is a match that I'd never thought would ever happen. So just seeing that live and being at ringside for that, and meeting Lance as well, who was always a big fan of. It's a hell of a technical match. Tough questions. How much of an impact do you think 1PW has had on the British wrestling scene, and how do you see things going from here? Well, I think with British wrestling, the future's always kind of murky. You're never quite sure where it's going to go. I mean, when the Super Shows first started at the Coventry Sky Dome with Alex Shane, I mean he was criticised a lot for using international talent, rightly or wrongly, whatever you think about that. 1PW was in the same boat when they, started, with A Cruel Twist of Fate. A lot of people criticised them for using the international talent, that kind of thing. But it proved that you can have an alternative to the WWE and draw fans like on an arena level. So I think in the bad sense, I think the casual fans that seen the shows running kind of thought that they might have sort of ignored British wrestling for a while and thought, well, we can go and see the TNA guys. But the good thing about 1PW is it's turned a lot of British guys into bigger names. Fans have left and thought, like Damned Nation, like Team Supreme. Even Doug Williams, even though he's doing, he's known on an international level, he's known to Ring of Honor fans and Pro Wrestling Noah fans. I think there was still a lot of fans that were into, the likes of TNA, that weren't that familiar with Doug until they seen him at 1PW, and Johnny and Jody as well. Obviously, them being the tag champs, and beating AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels in the final of the tournament. That was good for them as well, because like I say, on an international level, it's weird to say, there's certain parts of the world where those guys are massively over, and then maybe at the time in Doncaster before 1PW they weren't that well known, and not just Doncaster, all the fans that come to Doncaster, from all over Europe, because they do, because I've spoken to them. So I don't know if that's a vague answer or not, but I think that things going from here, you're never quite sure where things were going to go. Even when 1PW was going strong, you were never quite sure. Obviously, with all the rumours about, they're in debt, it's going to go under tomorrow. But I think it has done a lot of good, to be honest with you. And I think that answers your other question as well, about 1PW being criticised for the numbers of international talent use. But like I say, look at the guys we've got over in the last 6 months. And Martin Stone as well. I mean, Martin Stone, I can't forget him in Pack. And a lot of the guys on Must Not Die. It's British guys, and all those guys. Those guys aren't just being used because they're available. I mean, that's one reason, but those guys are really over with 1PW fans and really familiar. They familiarise those guys with 1PW. When Pac comes out, they don't chant, maybe some, a small portion of them might chant, 3CW or whatever. If they'd seen him at FWA, they associate him, being the open weight champion as well, as being a 1PW guy. Anything else?
Have you anything like a message for the Gauntleys or the fans?
Well, I'd really just like to say thank you for Steve for giving the opportunity to me in May, and for using me since for the remainder of 1PW shows, for trusting me in a position of ring announcing and commentating, and the fans, I really hope that this isn't the end of. I hope this isn't the last time I'm coming to Doncaster. Because, I mean, I haven't slept the last week since they went under. I mean, that's the honest truth. There's so many things going on in my life, and this is affecting it like more and more. But when I heard that 1PW went under, that was it. It was just, everything crashed down. I mean, it was like someone had died. It really was. And we were like, well, we've got to save the show because we don't want British wrestling to be screwed. We don't want. There's over. How many fans have bought a ticket for no turning back, and they, now find out that the show's not happening, and they have to get a refund. They're like, well, screw British wrestling. They've lost faith. I mean, I read a post on one of the forums, and it said that. It says I've lost faith in British wrestling, and that's really heartbreaking because that's one less fan. And if there's going to be 1,000 or 2,000 less fans at a British wrestling show. And obviously, in Doncaster, 1PW being the main show, I mean, who's going to promote after this? They've lost all those fans, so I think in a way we're trying to save the show for the fans. We really are, and I'm glad it. Will Not Die is happening, and the outpouring from all the wrestlers that have contacted myself or one of the other guys in 3CW is just amazing, and we know what people are really like now. There's people, I mean, I won't mention anyone by name, but there's people that are really, they really care about British wrestling. They want it to succeed, and I want it to succeed, and I just hope that, like I said, this isn't the end of wrestling at Doncaster Dome, and if there's another company, whomever it is, or there's another show, and I hope there's one this year at Doncaster Dome, I really hope that it's a good show and it's as strong as anything that 1PW did, if not stronger. Is that alright?
First question. Do you think anything could be learnt from 1PW? It's obviously success for the fans on the recent turn of events.
What can be learnt from 1PW is that Doncaster Dome's a great venue. Fans here are fantastic, they're very loyal. I guess it's just an issue of budget, that if you've got like 2 headline Americans, then you might not need 3 or 4 of them because you're getting the same guys drawing in the same fans, so you'll draw the same number of fans with 2 imports as you will with 4 or 5 or 6 maybe. That's me speculating, you can cut your costs like that and work within a budget, I guess. I mean, if a company goes under, which 1PW sadly has, it must be because they're spending more than they're bringing in.
What for you was the highlight of 1PW's short history?
Being given the book, albeit for one show. It was a lifetime dream. So, you know, the sad thing is, you know, I'd written storylines going 6, 8, 10 months, which will never play out now. But you know, it was great to be able to you know, be running the creative side of a show. It was fantastic. And other than that, it's also the no rope barbed wire match was just fantastic to be a part of. You know, I've always wanted to see something like that in this country, and 1PW gave that to us.
How much of an impact do you think 1PW had on the British scene? How do you see things going from here?
At first, it didn't have much of an impact because it was just very much centered around the Americans. And then as time went on, they brought the Brits in, and the Brits were aligned with the Americans, like, you know, Team Supreme being aligned with Abyss, stuff like that. And people became more familiar with the British guys, and it was starting to become a place that the British guys would be aiming to get work in. It was like, you know, the top federation, the top promotion in Britain as far as crowd size and wage and whatever else. So it gave everyone there something to shoot for. Similar position to what, you know, the FWA were in a few years ago. 1PW had taken that mantle of the promotion that everyone aimed to work for. And you know, if people have come to see the Americans and then they've gone away learning about Iceman, Martin Stone, Team Supreme, Pac, whoever, and they've come to appreciate something about British wrestling, then it's, you know, it's not been for nothing.
Is there anything about your time with the company, obviously just far short in storylines, but is there anything about your time with the company that you actually regret?
There's nothing I regret myself. I don't regret anything. I always believe you regret the things you don't do, not the things you do. So no regrets from my own point. No.
And have you any message for the Gauntleys or 1PW faithful?
I've spoken to the Gauntleys privately, and that'll stay private. To the 1PW fans, they were genuinely the best fans I've worked in front of. You know, just so noisy, so passionate, so appreciative. It was a real pleasure. I've got some wonderful memories, and, you know, thank you for the memories.
It's hard to put into words, really, because I mean it meant a lot of things to a lot of people. For me personally, it was like the stepping stone of my career. On a personal point of view, it was the biggest place I'd ever worked, really, at that point. And since we started there, we've just, you know, around the scene and in the company itself, we've just gone, you know, higher and higher up the card, and had a lot more fan response. It's been really good. It's helped me a lot. I got a lot more work out of it because of what we do. So, I mean, I'll always remember that. I'll always remember some of the opportunities that were given to me, and a lot of people like Magic and Gabe and all the people who've sort of associated with me. So it's been really great in that sense.
Cool. What were your thoughts on 1PW closing?
I was as devastated as everyone else, possibly more than a lot of people, which is, you know, why we set about making sure it happens still this weekend. And when I found out, I got a phone call from 3CW promoter who told me it just kind of on the internet. And, you know, we were devastated. I mean, we'd heard various things. We chose not to believe them because there's so much shit flies about in this business. But it was. Some people said it was inevitable. I didn't think it was. I always thought it'd pull through, and I always hoped it did and hoped it would. So, yeah, we were really upset about it.
What do you think made 1PW different from other promotions in the UK?
There was a passion to it, which that is the one thing. I'm sure a lot of people say that the fans were the most passionate, loud, loyal fans you'll ever get in any wrestling, especially in this country. There just isn't that anywhere else. There isn't a crowd this size, and there isn't a crowd that cares as much about the product and the wrestlers. I mean, it doesn't even matter who's on the show. It's just the fact it's 1PW makes it important to the fans, and that's really good. I mean, and all the wrestlers, I mean, from the wrestler point of view, we're all very well looked after. You know, made to feel like we're part of something really special. It's, you know, it's always an honour and a pleasure to work here.
Where do you think 1PW went wrong?
See, I don't think it did go wrong in that sense, because I thought the shows were always the best in not only in England but in Europe and in the world. I mean, the product and the wrestlers who were on it were, you know, the absolute best, absolute peak of careers and the best available talent that there is. It really was. So it's hard to say it went wrong. I mean, you know, certain things have happened. There's been a lot of bad press by jealous people in the industry and outside the industry who want to be in the industry. You know, people trying to knock it down. It's a very British mentality of as soon as something's good, try and knock it down. That was the problem. There was a backlash from some people, but I don't know. It's hard to really say because everyone thought it was doing so well.
And what changes would you have made if you were running 1PW? What do you think they should have made?
What changes would I made?
Stay in business, sort of thing.
It's hard to say because I wasn't, you know, there for the business decisions or anything like that, so I don't know what went on in that sense. Talent-wise, I maybe would have used less imported guys. I think maybe 3 or 4 is enough for a show. I mean, as good as it was for the fans to see so many, I don't necessarily think they were always needed. I mean, it was great to have them. You know, it was great for the British guys to work with them, but maybe financially that was an error. But it's hard for me to sit and say that, to be honest. I don't know what went on. I wouldn't have changed a great deal.
Would you like to see 1PW back in business one day?
Yeah, of course, everyone would. Everybody would. Everyone who's ever worked here would say the same thing. You know, nobody who's been here and who is here would ever have wanted it to close. So everyone would say the same thing. If there was a way of making sure it still happened, then of course, which is one of the reasons we've helped out. You know, and made it happen. Purely because even if this is the last one, you know, at least it'll go out in a bang rather than sort of whimper out.
And what effect do you think 1PW's had on the British wrestling scene?
Some would say none. I would say huge. The ones who'd say none would be the ones who are very sceptical about the business and don't really understand it. I would say it's had a huge effect on the British guys who've worked on the show for starters. I mean, our profile has been increased tenfold, you know, at least. You know, people put the likes of Iceman and Spud and Pac on the same level as the guys from America and from Japan and, you know, Canada and wherever. So in that sense, it's been great. It really has.
One PW gets a lot of negative coverage in press.
Yeah.
Why do you think this? And do you think it's warranted?
Jealousy. That's all it is. It's always jealousy. Same with any business that's successful. There'll always be people who are so quick to jump on it. You know, it's the British mentality again. As soon as something's good, then people will be so quick to jump on it and try and tear it down. People don't like to see success in this country, and especially in wrestling. I mean, it is a very jealous, backbreaking business, and the press it's ridiculous. I mean, it's all from people who've never been to shows or who don't understand the shows, who've never seen the 1PW product and realise how passionate the fans are and how much the guys love working here. And from everyone, you know, from the staff to the wrestlers to the helpers out, everybody feels the same way about it, very, very passionately about it. So the negative press is ridiculous. Not warranted at all.
Do you have a message for 1PW or 1PW fans at all?
Yeah, just make sure 1PW doesn't die, and it never will, because even if we don't have shows ever again, you know, as 1PW, those last 14, 15 months will, I think everyone who's ever any part of them will remember them. So just don't let it die. Never forget how great it was.
What are your thoughts on this show?
I think it's the best show ever. No, I'm really happy we've been able to pull it off and make it work. And I mean, the fans would have been so disappointed, and it would have been such a horrible way for the company to go out of business if that was what happened. And the fact that we've sort of been able to do something in the spirit of 1PW keep it going just for a little bit more for that one last fling is great. So hopefully the fans aren't disappointed with it. And, we're certainly happy with the way things are going, so it should be great. Oh, it is great.
What do you think the reasons were for putting the show on?
Do I think the reasons are? I know the reasons.
It's kind of different for you. Yeah.
The reason we put it on, as soon as I heard the call, the first thing I thought as well, if this happens, it's going to be so bad for everything that's happened in the last 15 months. It would have negated it all, because you'd have had, at least 1,000 fans who've bought tickets turn up, no show, never trust British wrestling again, and it would have really, really hurt the image of it. So, the first thoughts we had, we can't let that happen. There's no way we can let that happen. If it was any other company, we wouldn't have been as bothered at all. But with it being 1PW, with the crowd always being so great, and 1PW and all, the staff has been so great to us and given us such a huge, huge opportunity when they started using it. We say it'd be wrong to let it die. So, and hence the show name will not die. No one has any intention of letting it. So we made sure that wasn't going to be the case.
What do you think of 3CW and RQW's involvement and their help?
I think 3CW's involvement's been fantastic, but I am one of the promoters. I think it's just people grouping together to do what they can, to be honest. It's not going to be a pure 1PW show. It's not that at all. It's us doing the best we can to replicate what was 1PW. What was it? What it was all about. It's very much akin to sort of ECW's One Night Stand show. It's that kind of thing, really, but a little bit closer after the events happened. RQW have been great. They've been very helpful, provided a lot for us. Just out of kindness and a desire to see the business succeed in this country. And that's the reason we're involved as well. It will help us in a sense more people realise what 3CW is about. But they're not the reasons for doing it. The reasons are the fans deserve it.
This one doesn't really apply, but what are you most looking forward to tonight in the show?
The final bell. I'm looking forward to the final bell, because then we'll have pulled it off and it'll have happened, and hopefully everyone will go home happy. I have a feeling they will, knowing what's going to happen, but I think it'll be great, and it'll just be nice to sit back afterwards and just look at what we've all done. Everyone has been so great in the industry, who the good guys in the industry, to group together and help out with this. So it'll be so nice to sit down with a beer and think about that.
Go on,
I still know where he is.
Have you got any comments yourself?
If anyone wants to go on the internet and start talking about this show negatively, and talk about myself and my friends, my family, my extended wrestling family as well, just go fuck yourself, because I will find you.
I've had some really good memories. It was, to me, 1PW was a way of bringing in fans of American wrestlers, of the TNA guys, the independent guys, and introducing them to British stars, and associating the British guys with the Americans, mixing things up, giving people matches that they could only see here, whilst increasing the profile of British wrestling. And I think it also gave British wrestlers something to shoot for, is a big promotion in front of the big crowds. So it was something that helped, I think, raise the profile both internally and externally of British wrestling.
What were your thoughts on 1PW's closure?
No comment.
Do you think it was sad for British wrestling that it closed?
It was sad that it closed. It was sad. Yeah, it was sad for British wrestling, because, as I said, it was something that a lot of guys could aim for. That they wanted to get into 1PW to get a good payday, to mix in with some of the best in the world. And I think that it did have criticism, and probably fairly so, that it was very American centric, if that's such a word. If it isn't, I've just invented it. but we were overcoming that by phasing down the Americans and phasing in the British guys. So it's a shame, because I think it was this year would have turned the corner in that, and really I think would have pushed British wrestling along.
What made it different to other promotions?
The matches that you could have, you wouldn't get things like Johnny and Jody against AJ and Chris Daniels, or AJ Styles against Pac, or Curryman and Gold Dustin, and the crowd would genuinely the best crowd I've worked in front of. They're just so passionate and so noisy, and the size of the crowd, it was the biggest crowds that I've worked in front of.
Where do you think WWE went wrong?
I think they brought in too many Americans. All due respect to guys like Smothers and Meanie and Hamrick, fantastic workers, put on a great show, put on a great performance. But I think the headline draws were guys like Joe and Daniels and AJ and Abyss, and I think you'd only need the headline draws to get the fans in, because as much as people enjoy the other guys like your Hamricks and Smothers and Meanie and so on, they were coming to see those headline acts and weren't specifically coming to see them. That I don't mean that with any disrespect to the guys, because they're tremendous workers, but I'm saying that there's the aspect of the draw. So what you were doing was you were appealing to the same fans over. So like if you're going to bring in more Americans, bring in like a hardcore guy to appeal to the hardcore fans and a high flyer to appeal to them. So I think they overspent a bit on that, and I think Stephen himself has admitted he is naive to the game, and I'm sure that if he had his time over, he'd probably do things differently.
Would you like to see 1PW back in business one day?
No comment.
What effect do you think 1PW's had on the British wrestling scene in general? Is it good or bad effect?
I think all in all it's split 50-50, because there are people who absolutely hated 1PW, and no matter what they did they would never see any right in them, and on the flip side you've got people who absolutely love 1PW and wouldn't see any wrong in them. I think it gave people some new people exposure. Martin Stone's really well known down south, but up north here people didn't know who he was. He came through and really created a storm. Iceman's profile's gone up. It helped those kind of guys,
WWE got and still does get a lot of negative criticism on press coverage. Why do you think this is? Do you think it was deserved or not?
Like I said, you're always going to get people that don't like it. People who are a fan of American wrestling and don't like British wrestling, or vice versa, and 1PW is this sort of halfway house that kind of didn't always appeal to some people. I think there are various stories and rumours going around about things behind the scenes, which it's not my place to comment on whether they're true or not. There always seems to be that in the background, I guess. So that might have probably caused that, but like I said, it's not the time or the place to comment on that.
Do you have a message for the 1PW fans?
To the 1PW fans, thank you for the good times. I've had some fantastic, wonderful memories. You are genuinely the most passionate, loudest fans I've ever had the pleasure of working in front of, and I'm going to go back with some great memories of the place. Thank you.
What are your thoughts on the show tonight, and what do you think the reasons and motivations for putting it on there?
I think it's going to be odd. It's going to be a strange feeling. It's going to be emotional, I can't comment on other people, but my reason for being here is to give the fans a show, not necessarily the show that they intended to see, but as close to that as we can. try and just restore some people's faith in British wrestling. Something bad has happened, but out of that we can pull something out of the fire and give the fans something to remember 1PW. To remember 1PW by, for me, chance to say goodbye to the good fans and say goodbye to some of the boys that I might not work with again or work with for a long time. Guys like Ulf and Sterling and guys like that, really.
What are your thoughts on 3CW and RQW, specifically them helping out tonight to put the show on?
I take my hat off to them. RQW last night in the York Hall brought Muta and the Japanese contingent in, sort of rescued that a bit, and that was a noble gesture on their part. And 3CW again, picking things up and giving the fans a show, and taking things on face value. It's a wonderful gesture, and it's good publicity for them as well.
Who or what are you most looking forward to seeing tonight?
What am I looking forward to tonight? I think from what I've seen and heard, the main event should be a cracker. Let's say that.
Hell yeah, here we are. You know what it is? This is the 1PW Heavyweight Championship belt, and I've got it. After 1 year, I beat Iceman in the last match of 1PW, and I got the title now. But that doesn't mean that 1PW is dead. I've seen something tonight. I've seen kids crying when we finished and I did my speech. I've seen people crying all over the place, and even myself, I had tears in my eyes, tears in my eyes. I'm still got goosebumps talking about it now. But I'll tell you one thing, I carry this belt all around the world, wherever I go, and I spread the word about 1PW like wildfire, because there's one thing for sure, and I believe him from the bottom of my heart, and you've seen it tonight. Without all overpaid bitches we had from the States, we still run a show. Don't forget us, because this isn't the end.